Hi everyone, Keith here. Hey, just want to do a quick video, let everybody know I'm out and doing good. Um, like I was telling somebody, the worst part of it was the appalling realization of how bad and deep this cognitive dissonance is. You know, I've always been aware of it, but sitting this last 47 days in jail, it's just amazing how much it hits you when you go in there and knowing the things that I know about um, getting an attorney and that thereby giving them jurisdiction, you're basically signing a contract with that entity, and that entity is that state appointed attorney or any lawyer that is a member of the bar association. They all work together, all of them. And that includes any judges that are attorneys. That would include your presidents that are attorney. That's why it's against the Constitution to have attorneys as a president. They are not to um, partake in games of a foreign government if they're adjudicating over this national land. This was founded as America, and if it's still under British rule and you want to follow by British rule, you know you're using that separation. And I think what we need to do is realize that we're all part of one thing, and that's mankind. Um, getting out there and protesting and doing things the way that we've been trained to do or led to believe that we should do is something that we need to start putting down and start thinking outside the box or in an uh, um, common way. I guess is the best way to put it because it's not too common that people are thinking the way they should be, and that's for themselves. When you get into this cognitive dissonance and you start depending on government so much to take care of every part of your daily life that that's all you have is your daily life and you don't have any interest in anything else but you and your daily life, then your fellow man is falling by the wayside, whether they're related to you or not. Related to you or not. Think about that. We're all related in one way or another. And the cognitive dissonance is just appalling. We're supposed to be here for each other, to help each other and motivate each other, help each other learn, educate each other, be truthful with each other. Quit letting all this deceit keep rolling day in and day out. It's a shame. But anyway, I just wanted to let you know I'm out. I'm doing good. Um, as you've seen some of my postings, one of my latest ones here. Um, I posted it initially, a bunch of information on it, and then I turned around and updated it about 4 hours ago. So there's a lot of comments that went by the wayside. So feel free to share again. But this is basically um, what I put up yesterday. Um, just yesterday was a rough draft, and this I've kind of fine tuned it a little bit more, and I might fine tune it again yet before I send it in tomorrow. But basically, it's some good information I put together that anybody that has any kind of intelligence can sit there and read this stuff and look these things up. These are case law, and case law is referred to as black letter law, um, and I believe that's even in here. Um, follows black letter law, and this is just my opinion, but from the basic information that I looked up, black letter law is in this American legal system is referenced um, as well established case law. In other words, cases like Marbury versus Madison, um, basically there's a lot of case law on that case alone um, in regards to jurisdiction and various other things. And this is all put in here in various different cases that I've come up with in my research in regards to jurisdiction, period. And there are prerequisites that they are required to follow to have that jurisdiction. And this is going to tell you what kind of jurisdictions you need to start asking about and learning about in regards to the difference between them and common law. Um, every last one of them has to do with color of law, period. I don't care if it's contract law. I don't care if it's state law. I don't care if what kind of law it is. Um, Anything out there that is not um, or that is repugnant to your rights, period, is not constitutional and is therefore is under color of law. Your Constitution is your law. We have inalienable, and I've in my research I've come across unalienable and inalienable, and I guess basically the way I've um, come to believe that it's meant to the difference between those two, inalienable and unalienable, is that your unalienable rights are your given rights that are inherent, that you already have by your creator. The inalienable rights are the rights that are defined in some way in regards to societal man. In other words, they're a citizen or a national or something like that. Um, I've seen free inhabitant, and I've learned about that, and it's saying they're none of any of those, and they would follow under color of law or under common law. And basically, that's what it is. No matter what land um, you are on, um, except particular communist countries, very few, but for the most part, the world runs on common law, and that's basically when you want to get into any kind of like law, it's basically an agreement. You have two parties that come to a meeting of the minds, whether it be over a dispute or a decision to increase profits or whatever it is. You have a meeting of minds. That's some kind of contract, whether it be written, verbal, or what. That's an agreement. If you refuse to agree to that, then you're not in agreement. And when it comes to the common law, that's where you can invoke that as a man at any time, as far as I believe. I'm still researching it, but from what I know, you can invoke your common law at any time during the judicial procedures. You're being prosecuted in any way, whether it be you're in um, just appearing for arraignment or initial appearance, you can invoke your common right. If you're all the way through that and you get to your appeal stage, you can invoke your common right. That's common law. And the more I learn about this, the more astoundingly easy it could be if we just all learn this and get out of that cognitive dissonance and being comfortable with what you already have. This isn't about me. What about tomorrow? What about your next generations? Give a rat's ass at all? You should. So anyway, there's all kinds of, and it's kind of lengthy here, and it's basically on requirement. I require proof of jurisdiction, and I have that right. That's a common right for all of us. I have an equal protection of the rights, and if you have the right to question jurisdiction, I have the same right. And by these statutes, the black letter law, well-established case law, there's many different things that they have to fulfill requirements for to prove that jurisdiction. And it is in and of itself, to have jurisdiction, you have to prove it on and for the record at each administrative process, at each part of the administrative process. And if they're not following that in one iota, that's a failure of due process. Period. Wake up, people. Anyway, I hope you take a look at this. This is a important document for almost any case, I believe. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna fine tune it. And the more over time is, even after my case is done, I'm gonna tune this to every little bit of information I can, so that it's very succinct. No matter where you want, what kind of question you want to have with jurisdiction, it is available to you, and there is a remedy. It's called common law. Wake up, people. Love you. That's all I got.